Last week, I got invited to this trading event that happened in Dallas, Texas, where I learned from a literal hillbilly that was making over $1 million per day. And in this video, I want to talk about some of the insights that I got from that event, as well as a Forex trading strategy that is so simple, but will blow your mind. I promise you, it will change the way that you think about Forex trading forever. So, quick backstory. Last week, I got invited to this event in Dallas, Texas. It was an intimate event. There's maybe only 50, 60 people at the event, yet some of the speakers were extremely successful traders. There were stock traders, options traders, Forex traders. One of the guys that got up on stage was this guy, I can't remember his name, but he was a complete hillbilly. I mean, he was wearing like these Wrangler jeans. He had this big belt buckle. Granted, we're in the middle, in Dallas, Texas, right? He had this flannel shirt on. He had this kind of nasty looking beard, glasses on, was really unkempt. Anyways, he gets up and I'm skeptical throughout his entire presentation. Like, does this guy actually know what he's doing? Does he know what he's talking about? Da, 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 da. At the end of his presentation, he shows up his real trading account. And I literally saw that he made over $1 million in a single day earlier that week, which blew my mind. I was like, holy crap, like this guy is legit. So I end up finding out that this guy is a very, very successful trader. He, owns this mega huge ranch and all these acres outside of Dallas, Texas. But it was actually the next guy that started speaking that I had this huge breakthrough from, and that I learned this Forex trading strategy, which I'm going to detail to you right now. Essentially, this guy used to own a Forex brokerage. And so he was able to see what bad traders would do, and then what big banks and institutions and how they would trade. And so he had really unique insight. And what I'm going to show you is going to blow your mind. I promise you that, because it did for me. So when he taught me this, he was saying that if you look at this, when we're trading Forex, we're trading currencies, right? And essentially, if we're looking at the euro dollar here, right, we're trading the euro versus the US dollar. So there's two countries, two opposing forces, two central banks that are essentially fighting for these key levels to keep their currency strong, right? And he said that currency trading becomes very confusing because if you look at this, it's 0.98678, 679. Or if you take a look at USD JPY, it's 148.915. It's like, well, what the heck does that actually mean? So he's like, when you break it down, think about it as just like 99 cents, or think about it as 98 cents. He said the way that you want to think about this is that, if we take a currency like, the dollar, for example, and we break it down, how do we get change, right? We have $1, and then we have 25 cents, which is a quarter. And then we have a dime, which is 10 cents. Then we have a nickel, which is 5 cents. And then ultimately we have a penny, which is our smallest measurement of that currency. So you never really want to look less than a penny. So you don't want to look at 0.98452. That's not like a key level, for example. He said, if you look at this long enough, which we're going to show you in just a second, currencies move between these whole numbers. So just for example, if we go in here and we just start drawing up here, right? This is, this could be some sort of support, some sort of support and resistance line, 0.98930. Well, this is really complicated. What if we just came in here and we just made this 99 cents, okay? And then what if we just draw another one and we draw at the next nearest cent, which is, let's say 98 cents, right? So it's not that, it's 98 cents, right? And then we come in here and we draw again and we draw at the next whole number, right? Which is 97 cents, okay? It's not 0.97031, it's 97 cents, right? And we draw another one and we draw it at the clearest cent. It's 96 cents, okay? And we go in here and there you go. It's 96 cents. And then let's move upwards, right? So this one is, it's not 0.10047. It's $1, right? That's what it is. It's $1. And, we'll draw one more here and we'll draw it at right here. And what is this? This is actually $1 and 1 penny, right? That's what that is. Okay. And when you look at this, okay, first off, it's a lot easier to read it, right? Second off, these central banks, they're defending their currency, based on, these whole numbers. They're not like, oh, we got to make sure we hold 0.9940. No, they're like, we got to make sure that we hold $1. We got to make sure we hold 99 cents. And so currencies trade between these zones. And you'll notice it a lot of the times, these act as perfect support and resistance lines. I mean, if you look at this, What was this? This was 96 cents that we drew it here. This was pretty much the bottom there. What was this? This was 97 cents. This was a key support zone. What was this? This was 98 zone. This was, again, a lot of activity right here. What was this? 99 cents. We had key support. This is the bottom right here. Next, we had $1. You can see this was the very top right here. We had a lot of support and resistance touches through here. Okay, so interesting. Now, for the euro dollar, you can break it down like this. Now, let's do another example, and let's look at gold, for example. Now, with gold, because we're talking about, $1,650 for gold, we're not going to look at it for every penny. We're not going to do that. So we're going to do it instead like this. We're going to take a different unit, which $1 we're going to break down to a quarter. So, we have 1650 is an even, right? And then we'll go down and we'll put, 1625 as, another, even round number, right? And then we'll just keep doing this, okay? And we'll put, 1675. And then I'm in just a second, make sure you're staying tuned because I'm going to show you exactly how to trade this because I know you may be having an aha moment here, but we're going to show you how to actually trade it in just a second. So, and then right here, we're going to put, 1700, okay? And what do you know? This 1625 was pretty much the bottom here. It was also the wicks here. You can see that 1700 was support. It was support. It was, so you get the idea. And if I draw one more, we'll draw it at 1725. And what do you know? That's pretty much just like the top of that previous little move there. Okay, and then if you come into USD JPY, this is one that is a little bit different, right? Again, you may not want to do it at every dollar, for example, like, right, 150 here. So you come in here, but maybe you don't want to do it every dollar, but maybe you want to do it like every nickel, right? So every $5, okay, 145, right? And what do you know? There's resistance right there at 145, okay? And then you come down here, right? And you draw it at, say, 140. What do you know? We'll draw one more. We'll do it at 140, 135, and we'll do 130. Okay, so we draw it at 130. So there you have it. And you can see, again, key support and resistance levels showing up here. Okay, now here's the beautiful thing about this strategy. One is it's very simple. It makes understanding currencies a lot easier. Two, you can trade this on any time frame at any time. So the way that this works is if you look at this, here's how it looks on the daily. But if we break it down to the 4-hour, we can see it even more accurate. I mean, look at that. 99 cents is like almost perfect right there, right? If you break it down even further, you can go down to the hour and you can see these moves even better. And then you can even break it down even further where you could break it down to, say, like the 15-minute chart. And you can see like these beautiful trades that you can get really good entries at, okay? So here's the idea behind it. The currencies trade between whole number to whole number, quarter to quarter, nickel to nickel here. And so the idea of what he told me was that all he does is he waits for the currency to get to one of these key zones, like 130, for example. He waits till to get to this key zone. And then all he's doing is he's essentially looking for a 1-to-4 or a 1-to-5 risk to reward ratio, meaning we risk $1 in order to make 4 and risk $1 in order to make 5, okay? And essentially, he's just entering when it kind of gets to this key zone. And then as far as directionality works, he's looking for wherever the trend is. So clearly here, we see that we're in an uptrend. So you may want to only look to take, buy trade. So, currency gets to around here, you may want to only look to, take buy trades. And so on and so forth, right? Wherever the momentum is, that's where you want to take the trades. And again, because it's a 1-to-4 or a 1-to-5 risk to reward ratio, you don't have to win that high of a amount of trades in order to really be successful with this strategy. Now, another example here is if we really break this thing down, right? And we come down here to like the 15-minute chart, for example, we can see we broke it up by every nickel, but we could also come in here on this chart and we could start breaking it down by the penny. So we could do 150, then we could do, like 149, and then we could do like 148. So depending on how we break it up, Depends on the time frame. It also depends on the currency that we're trading, but hopefully you get a rough idea at this point. So whether or not you use this entire strategy, I think that if you just look and you do this for yourself on any currency, you'll notice that it tends to move from whole number to whole number, and these whole numbers, especially the bigger whole numbers like a dime or a quarter, tend to be even stronger supply and demand zones that you can incorporate into your trading whenever you're drawing support and resistance zones. If this video was insightful, please like and subscribe so you don't miss any other helpful videos on our channel. And also, one other thing, if you'd like to know a Forex risk management strategy that you change nothing to this system or to another system except for the money management strategy that can make you 2 to 3 times more money, then check out the video that's on the screen right now.